Guys, I'm back again with another video. This week we're going to be checking out my gold farm, which I built in my Let's Play series on top of the Nether. So she may not be a very pretty farm, but she works quite well. So anyway, let's get this tour started. So we are currently standing in what I like to call the safe room. This is where you would AFK for hours on end, collecting as much gold as you would ever need. So you would actually stand on this pressure plate here, turning on the farm itself. So the farm itself is there. That is the drop chutes, there is the splat pad, and there's a storage room way down there which you can't see, which we will visit soon. As you can see, you've got the occasional pig falling to its death due to the fact he just walks off the edge and goes splat anyway. But when you stand on this pressure plate, ooh, watch this, it works quite well. So standing on the pressure plate, there you go, the farm will turn on and it will start raining pigs. And as I said, you would get as much gold as you'd ever need. So anyway, you're probably wondering how all this actually works. Well, we'll go over to the farm and I'll show you how it all works. You stand, oh, by the way, you stand off the pressure plate itself to turn the farm off, and it will slowly wind back down. So just give it time, it's winding down, it's pretty much turning itself off. It's not an immediate reaction to the turn off there, but you would stand on that pressure plate for, I don't know, as much time as you would need, or as much gold as you would need, and then as you can see, it's nearly come to a complete stop, except the occasional piggies that actually do walk off the edge. And holy smokes, there's actually a few that's just walking off the edge with the farm being turned off itself. Crikey. But yeah, you just stand back on the pressure plate, turning the farm completely back on, and you'll have piggies raining down once again. Quite simple, quite easy. Alright, so just stand off the pressure plate, let all that cool down. Let's head on over to the farm itself. So let's go on over there. As I said, it's not a pretty farm, but it's not also a massive farm. It's actually quite small. So let's go on over there and I'll explain how everything is working in this farm. Alright, so up we go. Fantastic. See, as I said, it's not a very big farm. You're probably picturing some crazy stuff happening in here. Absolutely not crazy at all. Very, very simple farm. Okay, so what's actually happening is when we stand on that pressure plate, all these minecarts here pretty much turn on. And they travel down, picking up pigmen along the way. The pigmen actually jump into the minecart. When the minecart hits them, they jump into the minecart. And then on the way down, they hit an activator rail right there. That activator rail is currently powered. And what an activator rail does is it pretty much ejects anything that's in the minecart out, okay? So they're getting ejected out, and they just fall down the drop chute. Yeah. Quite simple stuff. Very, very simple stuff. Not hard to build at all. Yes, I did have a little bit of trouble with getting the mobs to eject into air blocks, but after I figured it all out, it works really, really well. Okay, that's exactly why it takes a little while for this farm to wind down, because the minecarts could be on the other side of the platform here, or on that side, depending where it is. And as I said, pigs sort of just, well, See, pigs sort of just walk off the edge themselves anyway, and sometimes they push the minecarts to off powered rail there onto the powered, and they go, yeah, there's really nothing you can do about that unless you sealed up the minecarts in a safe room. Oh, that's possible. That is definitely possible. Now, as you may have noticed, there's actually 2 floors to this entire farm. Now, I'll take you upstairs, because originally you used to stand up there and the farm used to be constantly on, never off. The minecarts were always on power rail, going up, down, up, down, up, down, like a boomerang, and it was just, it was crazy. So we ended up installing the feature for the farm to be turned off if you don't want to use it. You have to stand on the pressure plate for the farm to actually be turned on, which was a pretty cool feature. A little feature that I like, because it's just such a simple farm. So you'd probably get a better view from up here, which you do. Check that out. That is an actual lovely view from up here. So this is where you used to AFK, because it's the right distance away for pigs to spawn, constantly go splat. But when we built that over there, so the farm would be on and off, that's the perfect distance for the pigs to constantly spawn. So anyway, let's go down to the first floor that I said, because there is 2 floors to this farm. We added the second floor at a later date. Like, the first floor was actually, yeah, this was the first floor here. There, can you see that? Yeah. So that's the first floor there, and then this second floor here was added at a later date. And you could possibly add a third floor, but I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. Now, for this farm, it's not very expensive to build. The only expensive part is the iron minecarts. ooh, you could take a hit doing those iron minecarts. So yeah, anyway, let's head on down to the storage and the splat pads, because you're probably wondering where all the items go. So as we're just going down one of the legs or the side of the gold farm itself, I built like legs for the actual gold farm. Eventually I'll probably put an elevator or something in here because it's quite the distance up. So here is the splat pads itself. As you can see, you're looking up there. There you go. And there's really nothing special to these splat pads at all. Underneath these half slabs here, we've got hoppers collecting all the loot, and then underneath that, we've got a filtration system, which is pretty much filtering all items into the right chests. So it comes down here. So behind there would be the actual item sorting system, sorting the items into the right chests. Okay, so let's go down. The storage room is not like massive, but it is quite large, and it did take quite a few hoppers to complete. But for this sort of farm it's a pretty quick farm. After a couple hours, you could get a metric butt ton of gold. So it needed a decent sized storage room, and this storage room could be expanded too. We could keep going down if we want. But at the moment, we don't really need it because I've been using the gold up for other projects. So gold in these chests here. Gold, swimming in gold. Plenty of gold in these chests. The second chest here is all rotten flesh here. This I keep. Like, a lot of people will have a sorting, and it would sort it off and disintegrate it into a disintegrator. But I need this because I trade it with my villagers. So that goes all the way up Whoop Whoop Land. There's probably heaps and heaps and heaps of rotten flesh, but I've been taking it back home and trading it into all the villagers because they trade with rotten flesh. So rotten flesh is actually pretty useful at the moment. Now the last chest is a miscellaneous chest, and as you can see, it's just really where all my junk is located right now. I've got my axes in here, and there's gold swords in here. So that's interesting because what actually happened when we were building the second floor, I accidentally hit a pig man, and they become aggro. And we found out that this farm could be also used as an XP farm, because if you hit a pig man, he'll actually has a chance to drop his sword or whatever he's got on him. So obviously these are all pigman swords or whatever he's got on him. So that's pretty cool. And the gold bars and the chicken jockeys and crazy stuff. And see, it keeps going up. There is probably tons of swords in here right now, just a metric butt ton. But just remember, this farm was not designed to be an XP farm. But as I said, it was found out by accident in one of my Let's Play episodes that it could be used as a gold farm. So what you would actually do to pretty much turn it into a gold farm, you would just go upstairs, punch a pigman, they would all become aggro, run back to the outside pad there, stand on the pads, and then they would all start raining down. And then after 3-4 minutes, you would go up to the splat pads, collect all the XP you would ever need, and all the gold swords and everything would end up down here. So, just this, yeah, it was not meant to be designed like that, because I know a lot of people are like, why isn't it an XP farm as well, blah, 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 blah. It was built early on in my Let's Play series, and it was meant to supply me with as much gold as I absolutely needed. So this chest is just a junk chest, as you can see. This is where pretty much I just craft all turn the nuggets into bars, and then from bars I turn into blocks upon blocks upon blocks of solid gold. And this goes right down to the roof of the Nether itself. Now, if you want to know how to get on top of the Nether, I'll leave a link in the description below, showing you how to get up here. It's quite simple. I'll leave that in the description below. I'll just pretty much link the episode that we got up here and we started on the farm itself. Now, this is the view from down below if you're wondering what it actually looks like. So we're on top of the Nether, like I said, and the hole's actually over there, and this is where it was when we were started. So there you go. You can see the giant legs there, and I know I got to light it up, and you guys probably cannot see a thing, so I do apologize for that. But as you can see, you can just see the storage room and the splat pads there, and somewhere up in the red darkness up there would be the actual the AFK room in the farm itself. Now, eventually, I'm going to put an elevator or something up the side, but for now, it's very simple. It is very simple farm. Not, as I said, not the best of looking farms, but it still works very, very well. All right, let's climb up this ladder. Alright guys, thanks for watching this showcase video. Now if you plan on making one of these farms yourself, I would suggest testing the ejection, making sure that you can absolutely 100% get the mob to eject into an air block like I've done here. I'll even offer the world download so you can go and download this world and play on it and run around the gold farm, destroy it, I don't care, it will be in the description below. I'll also offer another complete video about the mob ejection, because I actually built a blaze farm with just one minecart, collecting blazes and dropping down them a chute. Very simple, very simple blaze farm. Awesome blaze farm, works very well. But the problem is some people had problems making the mobs eject into air blocks. So if you're having difficulties with that, I think I'll link that video below, which does explain how to get mobs to eject into the air blocks a little bit better if you're having trouble. If you're not, because I know it affects some people and I know it doesn't affect others, and it's a very random thing when it comes to ejecting mobs into air blocks. Trust me. Holy smokes. But anyway, guys, as I said, all the links will be in the description to the Blaze Farm video I was just talking about, with more information about making them eject into air blocks, the world download, all in the description below. Alright guys, don't forget to leave a like, and I'll catch yous all later.